Hello, thank you for joining us on ERi-TV. This is English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at exactly 10:30 p.m. First, the top stories. President Isaias addresses BRICS summit. Encouragement to outstanding students. India lands spacecraft near South Pole of Moon. Greece wildfire killed 20 with dozens of firefighters injured. President Isaias today, 24th August, addresses the BRICS summit was held in Johannesburg, South Africa, under the theme BRICS and Africa Partnership for Mutuality, Accelerated Growth, Sustainable Development, Inclusive Multilateralism. In his address, President Isaias, thanking the government of South Africa for their warm hospitality, said that the meeting is taking place at a critical time when the global community is at a veritable crossroad. Noting that the flaws and deficits of the prevailing global governance architecture, whose defining features are dysfunctional, non-inclusive, and unfair rules and regulations, are too evident to merit emphasis, President Isaias said that U.S. exceptionalism, or Pax Americana, has unleashed malaces that have gravely impaired global progress for almost a century now. Bipolarity ushered in after the end of the Second World War, an attempt to impose unipolarity in its equal in the past 30 years have resulted in endless spiral of conflicts and perpetual instability. President Isaias underlined that opportunities for global progress, meaningful partnership between nations and peoples based on inherent community of interest and aspiration, social harmony within societies that depend on fair access to and distribution of the national pies have been squandered. In spite of humankind's exponential technological progress in the last 2 centuries, a capability which could have changed the quality of life for all humanity if it were seen indeed as it should in purely ethical terms as a common public good, President Isaias said that at this 11th hour, the principal advocates and proponents of hegemony are pushing our global village to the brink of unprecedented disasters, with the tendency for unbridled escalation. For the war in Ukraine led by United States and NATO is fraught with consequences that are ghastly to contemplate. Yet, the U.S. and its allies continue to doggedly pursue this perilous path in desperate attempts to turn back the clocks of history and assert what they term as their unassailable global superiority and dominance, President Isaias added. President Isaias underscored the difference of scale aside the devastating war incubated by these policies in Africa, the Middle East, and other parts of the world in the past decades have and continue to incur colossal losses, and that the situation in Niger is only sympathetic of modern slavery. Seventeen outstanding students who went to Sawa to complete their 12th grade education from Awad Junior and High School in elaborate that score higher result in 2022 and 2023 National Living Examination have been provided with special awards. At the ceremony organized on 19th of August, in which administrators and heads of the PFDJ, heads of line ministries, associations, and partners took part, Mr. Emmanuel Habte Mikael, director of the school, noting that strong effort is being exerted to improve the capacity of students and called on the awardees to exert strong effort in their further educational career. Mr. Emmanuel also said that out of 27 outstanding students are female students, and that attests to the growing competence of female students, pointing out that substantial investment is being made to education sector. Mr. Maharan Takhlaab, Managing Director of Elaborate Subzone, congratulated the outstanding students along with their parents and the school community. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. India has become the first country to successfully land a spacecraft near the south pole of the moon in a historic moment that drew cheers at the watching parties around the country. India is on the moon, the chair of the Indian Space Research Organization stated at the Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft's Vikram lander touched down shortly after 6 p.m. near the Little Explorer lunar south pole in the world, first for any space program. The successful landing marks India's emergence as a space power as the government looks to spur investment in private space launch and related satellite-based businesses. People across the country were glued to television screen as the spacecraft approached territory that scientists believe it could hold vital reserves of frozen water and precious elements. This is a victory cry of a new India, said the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was seen waving the Indian flag as he watched the landing from South Africa, where he is attending the BRICS summit. We are witnessing history. A wave of nervous excitement has gripped Indians in recent days as the scheduled descent approaches. Temples and mosques held special prayers for a safe landing on the bank of the river. Hindu monk bestowed blessing on the mission and blew conch shells. Europe's summer fire have removed wooden eras capable of absorbing 2.3 million tons of carbon dioxide a year. Wildfires in Greece are raging for 6th day of 20 lives lost so far. Yesterday, firefighters were battling 99 separate fires, contending with strong winds and temperature up to 41 degrees Celsius. 18 of those who have died, including 2 boys aged between 10 and 15, are believed to be migrants who crossed the nearby border with Turkey. Their bodies were found by firefighters near a snack in a burned forest area in northeastern Greece. Fires on the outskirts of Athens have shrouded the capital in smoke and prompted evacuation orders, including in the northwest district of Anoliosia. 16 firefighters have been injured battling the flames, fire department spokesman said today. European Union officials have blamed climate change for the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfire in Europe, noting that 2022 was the second worst year for wildfire damage on record after 2017. Dear viewers, we have a quick recap of the top stories. President Isaias addresses BRICS summit. Encouragement to outstanding students. India lands spacecraft near South Pole of Moon. Greece wildfire kills 20 with dozens of firefighters injured. That was all with the news for tonight. Thank you for watching.